Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. We are days away from opening day and the TPPs are over, so we are doing an American League preview. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, brought to you by DraftKings. My name is Jimmy. Sitting next to me is Jake. Sitting in California is Trevor Plouffe. And in the corner we have producer Bug Dude. And yes, the team profile and projections are done. All 30. We finished them.
Good job, us.
Huge lift on everyone. Us for recording them, BBD for producing them, Kyle for getting the edits out there, and you guys for tuning in and listening. But we did say it would be an episode a day every day until opening day, and we got 2 days left. So today we're doing a little American League preview. Who are these teams opening their season against this weekend? Who made the roster? Who's starting the season on the injured list? And what are the rotations that they have set going forward? That's kind of what we're going to do today. Tomorrow we will do the NL. A little behind the scenes. Trevor Plouffe is flying out tomorrow, so we are recording the NL right after this one. And so if you watch on YouTube, if you're a live watcher on YouTube, it'll be a premiere tomorrow. You can still watch it as it premieres live. If you're just listening on the podcast app, it's going to be the same exact thing for you. It'll be on your feed tomorrow morning. Trevor, how are you doing? Are you packed yet?
I'm not. I got laundry going right now. I've planned some outfits. You know, Jake told me it's going to be a little cold out there, so I got to dust off my boots. And yeah, man, I'm excited. This is going to be fun. I'm flying private. Thanks, Jim, for flipping the bill for that.
Yep.
Can't wait.
You know, $1 million investment. So.
Oh no, I'm not flying private. Never mind. Sorry.
Oh, my bad.
Forgot about that.
So if you're flying from LA to New York tomorrow as well, you may see Trev on your flight.
Yeah, maybe.
Jake, how are you doing?
Say hi to him. You're the guy from Talkin' Baseball. You're Jake Stromboli's friend.
I will say this: if I don't get noticed and talked to in New York, it's going to be interesting because I've been getting recognized in LA, not for playing. You know, that happens every once in a while, but more so now for this show. So don't let LA beat you like they always do New York. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I'm doing all right. I'm doing well. Feeling good. Went to my buddy got a new house in Long Island this weekend, and his significant other, Katie, a couple of her college friends recognize me, Trev, so it's not a big deal. It's whatever it is. I'm not sure why you're coughing.
We're sharing recognized stories.
They've met you before, so they recognized me.
I was at a dispensary in Colorado. It was me. It was another group of 3 kids, and then it was a husband and wife. Only 3 groups of people allowed in at a time, and one kid, the husband, and then a kid from the group recognized me. So we're just doing recognized stories?
Yeah, I mean,
dispensaries.
Are we balling?
Balling.
Dispensaries in, what town was I in? It wasn't Denver. It was some small ski town. Fraser. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay.
How are you, Jake?
Cool. I'm doing well. Excited, man. Excited for Big Daddy Trev to come out. I'm 2 sleeps away. It's like Santa Claus coming. I'm 2 sleeps away. I'll be arriving at Trevor Plouffe's Mystery Hotel in the city and probably have a bacon, egg, and cheese in hand and tell him he's going to take 1 bite. I'm going to slap it out of his hand. It's game day. We're not eating no fatty acids on game day.
You think I put something like that in this temple? Are you kidding me?
We have rules. So I'm excited, feeling good. Did 6 pull-ups in the office a second ago, which a lot of people are still talking about. So how are you doing, Tim?
Didn't Chris do 7?
Yes.
So you got outed?
I did it with a macaroon in my mouth. So that counts as 8.
Sure does.
We have rules.
I'm doing well. I'm excited for Thursday. If you guys have not figured it out yet, we'll be live on Talkin' Yanks for the Yankees game, but Trev will be with us. And then the Mets-Nationals are the national broadcast game, I believe, at 7 o'clock. We'll be live on this YouTube channel talking baseball for that and maybe in between. And we have a ton of stuff going on in between, so there's going to be a lot of fun, some giveaways, a lot of fun shit. So we're excited. All right, before we get into this, the most newest patrons, our bestest of best friends, Dan Nelson, Seth Boyster, Reed Lawson, Jordan Watley, Jamie Wilson, Spencer Reimer, Corey Pearson, Jeremy Lopez, Peter Goulet, Jax Z, that's a futuristic name, Adam Lichtenstein, Kai Nagel, Caleb Marler, Danny Pittman, Notorious PJC, Corey Wegwert.
Hey.
That's a funny name.
Don't laugh at Wegs.
Wegwert. That's a funny name. It's a good name. And Rob Bengston.
Those are easy today.
Well, some people might have messed up. Liechtenstein.
Gourlay was a good one.
Opening up Dan Nelson was huge for you.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
And then Seth Boyster is nice because it like looks like maybe it could be tricky, but it's not tricky.
Do you guys have Wegmans up there, or is that like obviously you guys know what Wegmans is, but is that in New York also?
No. Where are Wegmans? Aren't by
Not
us.
in the city.
I think there's one in Jersey.
We're just getting them in
like
North
grocery
Jersey now.
store.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were getting delivery from Wegmans during the scary part of the pandemic. So
All right.
huge.
Shout out Wegmans.
Yeah.
Shout them out.
Ad.
Speaking
Speaking of ad, Trev, instead of having that bacon, egg, and cheese to start your day, you're going to have some Magic Spoon cereal. Can I tell you a little bit about Magic Spoon, Trev? Our director of sales, Courtney, wanted us. She was like, I'm getting us some Magic Spoon. I love cereal. Jake loves cereal. Problem is, when you grow up, you realize cereal, a lot of it is just candy that they put in the cereal aisle instead of the candy aisle.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty devastating as an American to walk down the aisle and see like Oreo cereal or like cinnamon toast cereal. And it's like, that's candy though. I think they literally have Twinkie cereal, not Magic Spoon. Magic Spoon is healthy cereal, but still delicious. 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. Only 140 calories a serving. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, and GMO-free. They have variety packs. They got cocoa, fruity, frosted, and peanut butter. Now, Jake and I have not tried Magic Spoon yet, because they sent us a ton, and we're trying it tomorrow on halftime of JGR because we always try a snack that people send in. Usually people send in snacks from like all over the world. So I'm like really excited. I love cereal. If I buy a box of cereal, I usually eat it in one sitting, and it's not good for me. But maybe with Magic Spoon, that'll be the best thing I could possibly do. Trev, you had your hand up.
I have had Magic Spoon. I ordered it. My Instagram feed is full of fitness like people because I get my workouts off of there. So Magic Spoon fits right into that the algo. So I ordered some. So I can tell you firsthand, it's delicious.
Did you get more ads after you started following me on Instagram? Is that when your fitness
a lot
ads
of
kicked
fit,
in?
lot of fit. Yeah, that's exactly when.
What was what
really.
flavor did you try?
Mine was like this like purple and blue one. I don't know what it was called. It was like
I'm gonna guess
berry
that's fruity.
I think that was fruity.
Fruity, which makes sense that you would try fruity.
It was the one that came up. I don't even know what you're trying to say right now. I will say this.
Yeah.
I'm a big cereal guy. I used to get high and eat huge bowls of cereal.
Yeah, I
and
used to too. Last night I used to.
I gave up sugar.
Okay.
So this is an option for me. Also, my son is allergic to red food dye. This is an option for them because they will use beet juice instead. So Magic Spoon's legit.
Teddy's allergic to the red food dye?
Yeah.
Makes him super hyper?
No, he gets like a rash, like an irritation.
Okay. Because I knew a little kid that was allergic to red food dye. And then we asked like what happened. They're like, oh, he gets really hyper. I was like, I don't know if that counts.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if that counts.
Parents make a lot of excuses for the kids. One being they're tired, they're hungry.
Yeah.
Or your kid's just an animal.
Go to
Magic Spoon.
Go to magicspoon.com/baseball. That's how you get yourself some cereal and you support us. To grab a variety pack and try it today, and be sure to use promo code baseball at checkout to save $5 off of your order.
Damn.
Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember, get your delicious next bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/baseball and use the code baseball to save $5. That's cool. We also have a happiness guarantee. If you're not enjoying the episode, you can always turn it off.
Oh.
Guarantee that you can do that.
No, you can
Give you the
put
full
it.
refund.
You can put it on silent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just
just mute
keep
it.
it playing.
Yes.
Just keep it playing.
Yes.
That's the happiness guarantee.
All right, let's do it. We're just going to go opening series. We have a list here, and that'll be our way into it. I put on here, Jake, in division opening series. We kind of laugh that some of these teams have to open up with interleague play, which is just so silly. I love opening up in division. The games mean just a little bit more, and especially this first one I have on here, the A's and the Astros right away. Get after it.
Trev's Oakland A's versus my Houston Astros. I've always been an Astros guy. That John Boy Pinata, I sleep with that.
Lot
Yeah,
of
man,
stains
that's
on that stain.
I mean, if we're looking at an opening weekend series where things might get a little hot, I mean, flashback to last year, Laser Ramon running into dugouts. Jim's 20-game winner, Zach Greinke, opening day for the Astros.
No, just leading
in wins.
in wins. He might only get 18.
Might only be 18, which, hey, that's still a really nice year.
Yeah.
Chris Bassett.
Chris Bassett gets the pill.
Pitching
For
with
the A's.
funk and passion. God. So what's I think the way we want to do this for you guys was kind of set up opening weekend, give you your buffet of baseball that's going to be coming up, and kind of some team updates. There's been some significant injury updates and rotation ads and things like that you guys need to know. So we're trying to throw that in the mix. So
Yeah. So
what's jumping out to you, Timbuktu?
I didn't know Bassett was going to get the opening day pill. Happy for him. Then they're going Luzardo, and Manea is third, which feels like he got bumped down a little bit.
That's those last couple aren't official.
Okay.
I did reach out to friend of the pod, Jess Kleinschmidt, Flex, and she said some cool stuff. She said that
Is it secret stuff, or can you share?
no, I mean she's a friend of the pod.
Okay.
She knows what's good. She said that Bob Melvin has some superstitions. They're still waiting on some decisions between Fires and Puck. They might balance them a little bit. So Bassett is getting the opening day pill. There still might be a little bit of juggle between Luzardo, Montes, Manaya. She even dropped a Birch Smith, which was kind of
No,
rude.
she didn't.
Yes.
No, she
Oh, we
didn't.
love Birch.
Because we are...
Yeah.
I told her that was very nice, but also messed up because
Yeah.
you mentioned Birch Smith, and I'm lost for 10 minutes.
Fires is on the IL, so Puck's going to replace him, they think. That's kind of the
Puck.
question mark. So that's one of the injury things there is Jed Lowry made the roster for the A's.
Yeah,
He had like a big spring.
that's great.
Stop, you guys.
That's
I
great.
knew this was gonna come up, and then I saw the smirk. I have to defend Jed Lowry now.
No, I just
I'm
think
Team Jed.
Jake is one of Jed's biggest supporters. He wanted the
Check out
Yankees
the last
to get
time he
Jed
was
over
healthy.
DJ.
He's a raker.
Team Jed. Love him.
Okay.
But that's a surprise ad. I if he didn't make the roster, I don't think anyone would have been surprised that way either, Trev.
I agree. I think he went back to where he's comfortable. He had 2 years with the Mets where he's just hurt.
Yeah.
So what are you supposed to do when you're hurt? Like, people obviously are saying, he didn't live up to his contract. Well, no duh. He just was hurt though. When he was the last 2 years he's been healthy, he's put over an 8 OPS. So hopefully he's healthy now. He can help this team. This little depth piece, little veteran depth piece for the A's. Bob Melvin loves him.
Yep. What are Bob Melvin's
Bob's the guy
superstitions?
he takes care of his players, man.
Do you remember any Bob Melvin superstitions?
Trev loves Bob Melvin.
Superstitions? I don't know, man. Nothing comes to mind. Like right off the bat.
Okay.
There is superstitions. My Astros, God, love them. Stroh up. Greinke, Christian Javier, and how about new paid boy, Lance McCullers? Trev's liked him, didn't like him. Where are you at, Trev, with Lance? Because you were on, you were off for a little bit.
He's the epitome of hate him when he's not on your team, love him when he's on your team. I would love to play with old Lance. I think Lance and I would get along very well if we were on the same team. He's just got that one of your favorite terms, got that moxie. So when you're playing against him, it rubs you the wrong way. But when he's on your team, you're like, keep going, baby. Do more.
Lance does not have moxie.
Wow.
He does.
Moxie police.
Listen, I'm the moxie guy. And moxie guys don't talk about their moxiness. Lance talks way too much to have moxie.
This is where I think you're wrong. I think there's different levels of moxie.
Moxie guys are quiet, and you're like, you know what? This dude's like super confident in himself and kind of like a bulldog on the mound. I didn't see that at all. Lance is loud. He's projecting a lot, and he's good. And there's a different term, not moxie.
I got moxie. I got a moxie guy in Lance there. I think. Look,
this is the year. We find out.
He's got the hair. He's got the look.
I mean, you might have the literal definition of moxie.
Yeah, Jim doesn't put hair in moxie.
Yes, like
Jim
that,
has hair as
like that
anti-moxie.
hair isn't moxie. That hair's stylish. Like he thinks he looks good.
I'm going moxie like Texas high school football. Like he's what I want my quarterback to be like. Are you kidding me? Cocky as all hell.
You know, according to the actual definition, he may have moxie, but my definition, it's not there. Maybe
I'm happy for him.
I like a subtle moxie.
You're a Walker Bueller's your
Walker
moxie
Bueller.
example.
Oh, Walker
Let me
Bueller.
tell you something. I bet if you hung out with Walker, you'd be like, wow, that's not so subtle anymore. That boy's just got straight moxie.
Yeah,
flowing out
Walker
of his
Bueller
veins.
like got moxie leaking out his butt. Anyway, Astros and A's. That's there. Anything else?
If you think you have moxie leaking out your butt, contact either your doctor or Big Baby David.
188.
What's up with Odo? I haven't checked in with Odo. Is he just getting ramped up because he got a late start?
That's a good question. That's a good
Did we look
question,
that
Trev.
up?
We'll get a quick research team on that.
Quentin's in the chat. He can let us know.
Quentin, what's going on with Odo?
He's got to be just a little bit behind because he got a late start. That's what I'm guessing.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like command find. Yeah, is Oda Rizzi? I don't know. I don't have him. They currently have the rotation as
They don't like have him anywhere.
Greinke, McCullers, Javier, Urquidy, Belak, which, yeah, maybe Odo's still getting the tank fired up. He's
Yeah.
your guy, Trev.
I'd assume. I mean, I haven't texted him. I haven't even thought to. You want me to text him right now? See what's going on?
Send him a picture text. See what
He's still
happens.
getting ramped up. He only pitched
Yeah.
3 innings the other day. So yeah, that's a good note, Trev. It's a good note. Odo is
Thank
not
you.
there to start. Framber's hurt. That's the biggest
Yeah.
hit. We talked about that in the PPP, but if you didn't listen, and then Forrest Whitley also hurt. So that's why they got Odo. But if you missed all that, so
Chas McCormick, Robel Garcia making the roster. Go get it, boys. Put some lead in your pencil, huh?
all right, let's move on. Another in-division series in the East is the Yankees are taking on the Blue Jays to start the season. It'll be Cole versus Ryu, Game 1. Kluber versus Stripling, Game 2. And then Domingo Herman versus TJ Zleik, Game 3, which might surprise some people on the Yankees front. They're moving Tyone back. They're kind of doing like a rotating 6-man where Cole pitches every 5 days, but the rest of the guys will be on 6-man rotation while Cole's on 5-man rotation. So Domingo Herman gets the 3rd start for the Yankees, which is a bit of a surprise. Ryu, that's not a surprise at all. You maybe Robbie Ray got injured. It wasn't like a big injury.
Elbow contusion.
Didn't he fall
So
down
a
steps?
bruise, yeah.
Yeah, I believe he fell down the stairs while like holding his kid and stuff.
It's tough.
So
I
it's
think everyone's
it's a
like
dad move.
fine, but he has the
Good for
the elbow
him for
thing.
willing to sacrifice the elbow than his kid. That's a good guy. Good dad.
It's good, Dad.
and then Zoik gets Game 3 start. How about that?
DJ Zoik.
Like Zoik Scoobs, you say it. You're good at that.
Yee. That was a soft one.
Who else?
A great
could you
dad
have
would never
thought?
put himself in that position, but whatever. Just no big deal.
Wow. Roark is not getting a start in the opening series
He can't pitch against the Yankees.
because he's not good at throwing the ball. What about K? What about Mats? They're going to be. It's all there.
Hey, man, Blue Jays fans, and we got some Jays fans in the chat right now. Love that. Jays fans, we were nervous about releasing that TPP because, that pitching looks kind of shy. And then you see chicken strips, Ross Stripling getting the pill game 2. And, just think about when we start comparing these top-tier teams, Ross Stripling right now, if he was still on the Dodgers, he might be their 8th starter. And he's the 2 guy for the Jays come opening weekend. So, Ryu, always interested. He's had bad starts against the Yanks. He's had good starts against the Yanks. Interested to see how he's looking opening day. That should be a fun matchup. That's the game we're going to be live for. Trev, 1 to 4:30, baby. Garrett Cole, Ryu. You know what, Ryu? Drop a little dick. Keep it tight through 4, and then second time through, Yanks open it up, blah, blah,
What
blah.
are they doing with Zoik? Is he an opener? Is he starting?
Zoik!
Because, Fangraphs doesn't have him in the rotation, but they have him starting game 3.
You're going funny business?
They're long guys. So they're just. Maybe he's just going to start piggyback start or something like that.
Yeah. 25, hot. Is he tall? He feels like a tall pitcher. 6'7". Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really know what the Blue Jays are doing, but the big news you need to know about the Blue Jays if you're just tuning in is Kirby Yates is out. Tommy John, correct? That's a tough break for him and for the Jays. Yeah. Springer, what's his update?
They currently have him listed in the opening day lineup, but he got nicked up in spring training. I think he's going for it. I think they're still undecided. He had a follow-up MRI and reported on yesterday. So it's going to be tight. I think you got to lean IL. This is your new guy you just invested in. I know he's probably battling to get out there for the same exact reason, but I don't know.
He's not going to be there for opening day. If he's getting an MRI today, he's not going to be ready for opening day. There's no way.
But, okay, so that's something to note.
The Yates thing is interesting because he went through a few different teams that offered him and then got his physical and they rescinded some of the money. I think the Blue Jays even did that. They took some guaranteed money away. They knew they were taking a chance on him, and then he got into camp, and now here we are. So they took a chance. It didn't work out. I don't know. Is this season ending?
TJ.
Yeah.
Tommy John.
He's got TJ. Yeah, he's out. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting, man. Because they saw it in his physical, but they just were hoping it wasn't as severe.
And man, if people don't appreciate it, you hear us talk about depth and a team like the Blue Jays where their lineup up and down. I mean, they can go with anyone in the league. This is where you get nervous, man. I mean, Big Nate Pearson, he's got a strained groin right now. Robbie Ray, elbow contusion, holding his kid. Kirby Yates out from the year. I mean, those are impact pitchers for them. Never mind the other guys, Hatch, Merriweather, guys that were going to eat some innings for them who are banged up right now. So
we talked about this. An injury to this team is really tough. They don't have the depth that other teams do. It's in the starting rotation. So. And the bullpen. So here we go, man. Day 1. We're already dealing with it.
Vlad lost a lot of weight.
Why would Springer had I remember this now. Springer had a grade 2 strain, but they said it wasn't acting like a grade 2 strain, and he felt good. Why would you push him to go opening day if it's a strain? Just sit him for a week or 2 weeks and
it's oblique?
I think so. Yeah, oblique. I wouldn't mess with an oblique strain at all. So,
Trev, tell him. You lived it.
You give it another 2 weeks. Whenever you think you're ready, 2 more weeks. You think you're ready, then you get game speed.
Especially
you can't
center
practice
field.
Game speed.
Yeah, So I'd expect Springer not to be in the lineup opening day. The fun news out of the Blue Jays is that Alejandro Kirk did make the team. We had someone call in when we were doing give us your team storylines. And Jake and I both said we would expect Kirk to be in AAA so we could get everyday starts, but he made the team. I think they're going to platoon for a little bit. I think he'll get a decent amount of playing time, and we'll see. So that's a fun guy to root for across baseball. A little short and stout. Hits the ball everywhere.
Let him rip. It's going to be interesting to see because, they had Reese McGuire was there, so you thought they were still going to find out what him and Danny Jansen got, but I don't know. It's not shots fired at Danny Jansen. I obviously love Alejandro Kirk, but I think if he's there, he's going to hit. He hit in spring training. He hit in the big leagues. He hit in the minor leagues. It's all he's done, and he's solid defensively, too. Try to get a ball past him. So my short king, excited for him. Everyone root for Alejandro Kirk, breaking the mold. And then we kind of skipped through it a little bit because we're so entrenched in Yankees stuff. I mean, Kluber, circle that one. He's a storyline for the Yankees season. The spring training, the numbers are a little deceptive. He hasn't looked great, and he's openly admitted that. So it's going to be interesting to see. First start in the stadium. Corey Kluber back at it. Does an extra notch kick in? He's basically been pumping it around 90, 91 in spring training. Is there anything else there? Doesn't matter. I mean, he's a guy who's known for precision, accuracy, and man, it's a good start. It's going to get the Yankee fan base all sorts of jazzed up and digging up his Cy Young years. Bad start, and everyone will call him a goddamn bum because that's what we do in New York.
You guys, I mean, you're probably going to hate that I'm saying this because you're going to say I'm going to jinx it. But this is the perfect team for him to open up against. A younger kind of squad like this against a guy like Kluber who he still has stuff, but he's becoming more of a pitcher. And like the way his ball moves and the way he tunnels is really tough. If you haven't seen him a bunch and you're a young hitter, this guy is going to be tough on you. Well, I expect him to go have a really good first start against the Blue Jays.
If I was the Blue Jays instructor or whoever gives out information, I would say take, because he can't throw a strike last 3 games in spring training to save his life. So just take.
That's a bad game plan.
Take. Great game.
Maybe like one person you tell to do that, like the one guy who kind of stinks.
Biggio just takes anyway.
Biggio just take.
Take. All right, big Yankee news that if you don't know is you should know is Jay Bruce is going to be the everyday starting first baseman for the first 2 months, unless he gets hurt and then they make an adjustment. Luke Voit is out with a meniscus tear. He had surgery or is having surgery today or yesterday.
I think last night.
Monday. Yesterday was Monday. So Jay Bruce makes the roster, and he will be the Yankees starting first baseman for the first 2 months, basically, until Voigt's back. So that's news. And Britton and Justin Wilson in the bullpen are both starting the year on the IL. Wilson, TBD on when he comes back. Britton, don't expect him until July. So that's a big knock to the Yankees bullpen. Britton's a huge loss for the bullpen. That's kind of the update you need there. Those are 2 teams that have some crazy different updates going into camp and then leaving camp.
Baseball moves quick.
Stripling and Zoit getting the 2-3. Kluber, Herman getting the 2-3. All right. There's only one. There's 2 more in division series. One of them is Cleveland versus Detroit. Bieber versus Boyd. Boyd got. Oh, Boyd.
What was that? You start talking under your breath a little bit.
I can't believe he's still their opening day starter. Bieber versus Boyd. Bieber, Cy Young. Boyd gave up the most home runs ever last year. And then Cleveland's going Plesac 2, Savale 3. Detroit is going Tehran 2 and Scooball 3. So Julio Tehran gets the ball ahead of the young guys. That's interesting, I guess. Anything on that? Any surprises there for you guys?
Well, AL Central fun, Trev. These Tigers are feeling the juice right now. They added a couple bodies. A couple of the young guys are getting older. I think they're going to have some fun with this. This is a good early Cleveland, a team that's been a really good ball club for a few years. Unfortunately, Bieber, Plesac, Savali, you could have that's an easy way to have a bad first 3 games out of the gate. And excited to see what Detroit's got. Matt Boyd will strike you out when he's not. That's kind of been the problem so far. Taryn getting the ball game 2 and Scooble. I don't know. I like seeing if the punchy Tigers come out. They've got some energy with this one. Hinch's first series. That's exciting.
Yeah.
I got this being closer than it looks on paper. You just look at the starters. You have Bieber, Plesac, Savali versus the Detroit starters. Looks like a mismatch, but I think this is going to be like a fun opening series. I think the Tigers will come out playing with some sort of chip on their shoulders, and the Indians, I don't know if they have that. They know they have the starting pitching. I don't know where their mindset as a team. Obviously, they're going to be talking why not us and all that, but I think the Tigers are they're hungry this year.
Yep.
Those hungry Tigers.
Shane Bieber versus current Tigers batters, 112 plate appearances, 181 batting average against, 223 on base percentage, 461 OPS. So,
Well, the Bieber's going to Beeb. You know
only
what I mean?
one guy has good numbers. Or no, Robbie Grossman has good numbers, and Kristen Stewart. Will they be playing opening day?
Stewart will not be.
Cool.
Grossman will.
Grossman, yes, my guy, Robbie G.
It's kind of fun. Tigers got a few switch hitters. Robbie Grossman, Candelario, Willie Castro, and Victor Reyes all switch. So, hey, how about some matchups, babe?
I thought
It's in Detroit,
they'd have
it's gonna
the
be cold.
I thought they'd have the young kids. This Tigers season is all about finding out what these young kids are about in the starting rotation. Screwball, Mize.
Case Maz.
I mean, Fulmer goes to the bullpen, which I don't know. That might be a surprise to some people and very not a surprise to Tigers fans. But Torkelson, not there. He'll come up. But I don't know. I would just go Mize and Screwball and just get them the most starts they can. Who cares what Boyd does or Tehran?
The John Boyd.
It doesn't really matter at all. I'm just surprised to see Julio Tehran there.
John Boyd.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. My only issue with Matthew Boyd is he's boring to watch and he's not good. So we can move on.
Big series.
Did Cleveland, Cam Hill's injured. And
Sure.
the note here says that Bobby Bradley had a great spring.
Bobby.
You guys tuned into this?
Not at all.
You not at all tuned into Bobby Bradley's great swing?
I'm really happy for him.
Okay.
Come on.
303 batting average, 314 on base percentage, 951 OPS. So good spring. Good
Baby
spring.
Tigers, get hot.
I don't know about great spring right
Yeah, I
there.
don't know if I put 314 on base percentage. That's great.
Akil Badu was a big spring training storyline too.
Sounds like he had some hits, maybe a few homers to get that OPS up.
2
But,
homers,
on
5
base-
doubles. Of his 10 hits, 7 of them were extra base hits. So that's good.
Don't
Lot of
sleep
slugging.
on the Tigers.
I'm asleep.
Shout out Ray.
Shout out Ray. Always and forever.
Jim, the last in-division matchup, your Baltimore Orioles versus your Boston Red Sox. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Here, there's a couple pitchers that jump off the list here, Timbo.
Yeah, Means will get the ball for Baltimore.
Sure.
John Means, great changeup. I think numbers-wise, last year was disappointing, but he's got a lot of talent. He's pretty good. And then Evaldi is the Red Sox opening day starter. How about that?
Yeah.
Baltimore's number 2 starter, Trev?
Unreal.
Matt Harvey.
Harvey.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
I mean, people are going to be surprised by that update.
Are we not rooting for him yet? Like, he's bottomed out so bad.
I'm rooting for
Trev, we're on the Harvey train, baby.
Has he
Oh,
worn?
I'm off the Harvey train. I've been off the Harvey train. I'll probably talk to you guys after the show why I'm off the Harvey train, but I have a reason. It's legitimate.
Okay.
If he pitches one game and then doesn't ever pitch again, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. I
Maybe.
love it.
Hey, ask me tomorrow. Maybe I'm off the train
Yeah.
once Trev tells me a little story. I guess.
Give me 35 minutes. I'm off the Harvey train.
What did he do in spring to
Get the 2 slot.
Yeah, you know what I
I
mean?
think just not be any of their other guys.
Yeah, he had a heartbeat.
Yeah,
Cool.
15 innings pitched, 4.8 ERA, 1.2 WHIP.
Holy crap.
Yeah, don't look like I thought maybe he had a fantastic spring to earn that. I guess not.
Bruce Zimmerman in the 3 slot for the Orioles, huh?
Yeah.
Jim, I know a lot of baseball names. I do not have the scouting report on Bruce Zim.
Why not?
I don't know. I feel sad about it. I mean, I know 5 starter Dean Kremer. I know their 4th starter.
Dean Kramer.
Jorge Lopez.
Yeah, you don't know anything about Bruce
I
Anthony
don't
Zimmerman?
have the scouting report on Bruce Zimmerman. It's making me mad.
Well, all right, here's something. He was born in Baltimore, Maryland. So are you rooting for him now?
Yes.
He made his debut last year, Jake, Bruce Zimmerman, and he pitched he got one start, okay, against the Rays, 3 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, but it's his debut.
Okay.
Then he had a nice outing against Boston, 4 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts. So
Fangraphs has the last 4 starters in the Orioles rotation to have ERAs over 5.
career or spring?
This
or?
season, projected
Oh, projected. Okay.
Yeah.
What do they have Means projected as?
4.8.
Fuck.
John Means is kind of Matt Boyd.
Yeah. he better not turn into that because he had a. It's getting dangerous.
And how about the Sox? They're going Evaldi Hawk. They're going to give the kid the shot.
Is he getting the pill game too?
That's what our list says here.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Good. That's what I want the Tigers to do. Just get the young guys out front.
Let's get Sox fever going. Let's get an early sweep.
My Tigers take means nothing. They're all going to pitch the same. So, I mean, I don't want anyone thinking I'm being full bore there.
Full bar.
So game 2 is going to be Matt Harvey versus Hunter Harvey. Harvey ball.
Harvey versus Hawk. Hunter Harvey's Hart.
Oh. We're
It's all
looking at 2 different lists. Never mind.
No.
What? You're looking at the Baltimore injuries.
Yeah, my bad.
You're okay.
That would have been fun, Harvey ball.
I got
Harvard
Michael
Hawks,
Chavez, the ice horse. He isn't who we thought he was, or he hasn't been who we thought he was because he came out like gangbusters. I know he struggled last year, but too many strikeouts, not enough walks. Is that what's going on here?
I think, well, okay.
Sophomore campaign.
I don't know
obviously
if I'm
didn't
talking
go
out
very
of
well
turn
for
here,
him.
but are people making like steroid jokes, or is it more serious? Wasn't he a steroid guy? Maybe it fully faded off.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
have no idea.
His 2019 season, he came out good. What's that word I'm looking for? Tailored off towards the end of the year. Then last year in his sophomore campaign, not very good. But he's still young. He's got time to figure it out. I mean, I'm assuming he's just going to go to the alternate site and do what? Get live ABs off a machine. What are they doing at the alternate site?
Trev, you gotta get to it.
scrimmaging?
You gotta get to an alt site.
I don't want. That sounds horrible, man.
No.
Like the minor league season has delayed. All these guys who are like didn't make the team. Like it's not like they're going and getting any work. They're going to be scrimmaging against each other. I don't like this. At
Yeah,
all.
Trev. No, we have the alt site as fun. Like you don't have
Yes,
to travel.
that's not what you want.
You don't. Oh, well. See, that's where you and I differ on the baseball field.
Well,
What's Chavis doing? Why isn't he on the roster?
he was bad last year,
I
Jim.
think he got out sexied by Bobby Dahlbeck.
Well, he was below average the year he was good, too. I didn't know that.
I think something I did hear about the alt site is that like they are gonna play games against some other alt sites this year. Like, the
Oh
Yankees
yeah, I
and
did see
Phillies
that.
are
You're
gonna
right.
play each other, I think, but kind of like everyone's got a buddy that's kind of close.
I think,
but-
did you see the Yankees just sent Montgomery by himself to Philly
Yeah.
to face the Phillies? Like, it wasn't even the whole team was there. They just sent one pitcher over,
I think they sent a catcher with him, but yeah.
like
It's
a
more-
pitcher on loan.
That's hilarious. Pitcher and a catcher just going to take on the enemy behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what the Yankees did. They just sent,
Starts squeezing you.
they just sent like Monty and like Brantley over there. Like, hey, go face the.
Yeah, they didn't want him facing an interdivision person or like a AL team, so they sent him over. They sent him over to the Phillies, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at MLB trade rumors about Chavez. He hit 6 homers in spring, so his OPS was 892. But yeah, 292 on base percentage. He got 65 plate appearances. That's wild. That's so many. And he struck out 20 times. There's a 30% clip and only 2 walks. So the plate discipline isn't there. But he can hit for power.
Big power.
But they got to smooth that game out. I don't know what they're going to do.
You didn't like him, Trev.
I didn't?
No. You called him out when we were at spring training.
What did I say? I think you're lying to me.
No.
right now,
No,
'cause
I
he
just
didn't
don't-
reveal that before.
So I
we
don't
kind
know.
of played coy about it. It was something that you said wasn't show.
He was
Or
trying.
it
He
was
was
kinda
trying to be
douchey,
show. You were like,
yeah.
that dude doesn't have enough time in the show to be doing that.
It was. I remember now. We were in Pirates Lecom
Yeah.
Stadium, and he just straight up walked through the field during the Pirates batting practice.
Didn't take
like
the
instead of
warning
like
track.
taking the long way around, he walked straight through it. Stop. That's not okay. Don't be that
I
guy.
think that game he did hit the longest home run I've ever seen.
Hit a
in
bomb.
person, so that was kind of cool.
Oh, he was feeling
Sounds
himself.
good. Tasty.
So I'm saying, man, this is what I'm saying. This is why you're gonna go maybe go on a rant right now. Jim, you did a breakdown of the guy who's grabbing his nuts to the fans from Florida. And then you lose the game, and are you still grabbing your nuts, or are you pouting like a little baby? Keep it even keel, guys. Or continue to be, if that's you then.
Grab them nuts.
All day.
Interested to
I don't
see.
think Chavez is walking through anybody's
I think
batting
it's
practice right
Chavis.
now. Chavis.
Interested to see.
He's not walking through batting practice right now.
TK had a big spring. I wonder if they run him out at second base or they start getting versatile. Same thing with Marwin Gonzalez, another versatile guy. That interested to see if the Red Sox are getting funky. Get some Red Sox fever going. Let's get the boys hitting. Maybe Houck shove so the Sox fans talk about righty Chris Sale.
That one's actually pronounced Huok,
Houck.
like Roark.
You need Pacino to say it.
I think he was a starter. I love that.
Baltimore. I mean, does anyone care?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my God. Chris Davis is hurt, so he's not fixed yet.
Not fiction.
But maybe he's working on
Soon.
it.
Trey Mancini. Everyone root for Trey
Yeah,
Mancini.
root for Trey.
Santander. Mountcastles should be exciting. Chance Cisco, Austin Hayes.
Hayes had a giant spring.
Freddie Galvis trying to get traded. That's
Yeah,
one now, and he's got
always.
a big bonus. He gets like $250,000 if he gets traded. So he's gonna be maybe playing the hardest out of any Oriole and the young guys.
Galvis and Michael Franco late to spring training. That whole left side trying to have a good first half, hit a couple Camden Yards homers, and deuces. Send me to a contender.
Goodbye. All right, let's move on to the teams that are playing out of division opponents. And before that, let me tell you about DraftKings. And they have all this stuff for me to say, but I got my own bets to be pushing. We got John Boy specials on the official DraftKings Sportsbook. Trev, did you see this?
I did.
I was going to place all my bets on them last night, but I forgot to bring my laptop home, and I fell asleep at 8:30, so I didn't. So I'll do it tonight because I got to be in New Jersey to do so, and I live in New Jersey, so all's fair in war. But we have our own John Boy specials. If you go to DraftKings, do you remember how to get there, BBD? You were my guy last time.
I will pull. I believe it's all sports specials. I'll double check it.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll double check how to get you guys there.
Yeah.
But if you listened to the pregame show last year, Jimmy's dumb prop bet of the day was a thing where I just made up prop bets.
So you go all sports, DraftKings promotions, then MLB.
DraftKings promotions, MLB. I made up a term called the Kuiper. You guys grew to know what that meant. You can now vote on it. We have Cole versus DeGrom, the Aces of New York, Kuiper going up against each other, Trev. There's like official lines on it. We have first inning runs versus ninth inning runs for all 15 games of opening day. There's a line on that. And we have all NL runs versus all AL runs. Those are all things that I did last year on Jimmy's Dumb Prop Bet of the Day that DraftKings said, yeah, we can make them real. So I'm going to go put some money on those tonight, and you guys should as well. And if you have not signed up for DraftKings yet, you should do so using the code JOHNBOY. And you got to be careful about this because if right away, as soon as you go there, you got to put the code in because once you get past it, this happened to my brother-in-law. He like skipped the very first step, and then he signed up, and he didn't get to use the code, which means we don't get credit for it, which means DraftKings doesn't know that we sent you, and that's the whole reason why they pay us. So use code JOHNBOY when you download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app when you sign up. And you can also, this is the bet they have going on, turn $1 into $100 if the baseball team of your choosing records a hit. That's code JOHNBOY to turn $1 into $100 for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. Minimum $5 deposit. New customers only. Winnings paid out as $425 free bets. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or in Indiana, 1-800-9-WITH-IT. So we'll be placing bets on those, and we'll be following along on the live stream all day on Thursday. Very excited about it. Chicago White Sox are facing the Los Angeles Angels. And our dude, Chris Rose rotation co-host, Lucas Giolito, gets the start for the White Sox, and he will be going against Jake's Dylan Bundy for the Angels. How about that?
Trev, Giolito,
It's a good matchup.
your boy.
Lucas is going to be a guy. I mean, what do you mean? He's like one of those guys. Set it and forget it.
Do we need a little?
Lucas is on the mound.
We need a little side action on this, Trev. Your guy Giolito versus my guy Bundy.
It's a good bet. That's good action because both guys are studs.
Maybe we'll have to do a personal Kuiper.
It's in LA too, though. That's Lucas's home. I mean, sort of in LA.
Dylan
I
Bundy's
don't wanna
never
say
had
it.
a home.
He's like Jim. He's a vagabond.
Vagabond Jim, people are saying.
Yeah.
Vag for short.
That was almost a personal conversation.
This is a good series right here. As long as Ohtani's okay and he starts, he had a little blister issue, gave some homers against the Dodgers last night. Had a really poor outing, but I think it was because of this blister. But after the game, he said that it was fine and he's happy it happened now. He says he's going to be okay for his start, all that good stuff. But the Angels are one of those teams we don't know who they are, what they're going to be. I think we've talked some crap about them, but I think they could surprise a lot of people if everything goes right. Angels fans, especially our guy Nate, have been pretty bullish about some pitchers that we didn't really even mention. So we'll see. This is a great opening test for them. I mean, White Sox coming into town. White Sox are one of the favorites to win the American League. So got to start. Got to go.
Yeah. We don't know the official White Sox rotation, but the way they've done the spring games, it looks like it's going to be Keuchel game 2, Lynn game 3. I might need to do like a Lynn watch,
Yes.
I just need to watch Lance Lynn pitch a lot. Fastball Farm?
The Fastball Farm.
Yes. Very excited about that. And then for the Angels, Bundy, Haney, Cobb, Ohtani. Big injury in the White Sox. Jimenez going down.
He's getting a second look, which I don't know. It felt a little desperation, but that sucks, man.
Like, how much better of an outlook can the second look be?
Yeah, I mean, torn pectoral, that feels pretty.
That's tough. And you see the play he did it on?
Yes, he doesn't. Don't even put him in the field. Just let him hit 45 dingers.
It's so hard to tell an outfielder, like, don't go get balls. Like, they're dealing with that in Minnesota with Buxton. I've heard them all. But you can't put reins on these guys. Maybe a guy like Eloy you can, because that's not really his game. Maybe you tell Eli, calm down, bro. We can play the ricochet off the wall. It's okay. But, man, it's really tough to see that, especially in spring training.
Changes a lot, man. Changes a lot. I mean, young Eloy, I raved about him. I wanted to have him on my sleeper episode because I think he's going to be one of
sleeper.
I wanted to have him as one of the top power hitters in the AL, if not the top this year. I think he had that ability. So it's going to be interesting to see. Andrew Vaughn has been all the talk. He made the roster, hasn't played above high A. He is a college guy, so he's a little older, 23. They're saying they might throw him in the outfield a little bit. It's this is kind of what I was referencing in their TPP. This is the first time this Chicago White Sox team is built and going to try to go for it for 162. The Twins, they've kind of been built for that. I know we're not talking Twinkies right now, but I think that division comes down to those teams. So it's going to be interesting to see how they react as, more injuries come through and all of that. But, yeah, if they end up going Giolito, Keuchel, Lance Lynn, I mean, that's a really good formula to win a series. It doesn't matter who's in your lineup, and that lineup's still really good.
Angels' top of the lineup is pretty fun still.
Yeah.
Fletcher, Ohtani, Trout, Rendon. I think it drops off a good amount, but that's nice.
That is nice.
I'm starting to think the Angels are going to surprise some people. I mean, I had them low. I had
In
them
what way?
third, and if we're wrong about
they're
the
gonna have a
starting
winning
pitching,
record,
Jim,
or they're gonna like win the division. I'm serious question. In what way do you think?
I think there's more of a chance of them winning the division than we gave them, because what we kept saying was they still need starters. Now, if everything works out for them, which is a huge caveat, but Bundy comes and does his thing again, Ohtani stays healthy, and then, like I said, our boy Nate is referencing these pitchers who are supposed to be really, really good and have had really good camps. That's what they need. And if they can do that and have a few guys step up, I mean, the top half of the lineup is good enough where they're going to score runs. I think it's going to be fun.
They have
I think maybe we need to just take a step back and be like, okay, the Angels could do some things.
They have pitching options. I wouldn't say they're great options, but between some of the young guys and, hey, throwing a flyer on Jose Quintana to potentially be your sixth starter, like, yeah, there's some potential there. I think if things go well for this team, it's hovering around the wild card, whatever that means for you. And, hey, that would still be a step up for this team. So let's see what it looks like, and let's also be honest, that's if things go well for this team. If things go not well, I mean, they could be in a dark place again.
I don't want to be this guy, but we talk about Lucas Giolito. Lucas Giolito was he'll tell you, a really bad starting pitcher in the big leagues. And then he became one of the best. So, like, it happens. The Angels need some stuff like that to happen. But I think there's enough talent there where if they do have a pitcher step up, we're like, okay, I can see him at the end of the year being right in the thick of it for the division. Because I'm not super sold on the Astros or the A's. We think they're better than them on paper, but
yeah,
Both took steps
baseball's
back.
a funny sport.
Yeah.
Lucas
Something
Giolito, Chris Rose rotation. Talked about that a little bit.
spring training doesn't matter, but Shohei Ohtani's offensive numbers should be noted. He had a 1 dot slugging.
I think Griffin Canning is the guy he keeps referencing. Our boy Nate. He loves Griffin. Loves him.
Ohtani had a 552 batting average in spring training.
Dialed. Fun swing.
Is Nate in the chat? We got Nate in the chat or what?
Talk about Nate Steele.
Yeah.
Okay, he likes Griffin Canning.
Big wiener.
Loves him.
3 kids, I believe, for Nate. All right,
Day.
moving on.
Be good, Ohtani.
The Kansas City Royals will be playing the Texas Rangers in the Who Cares Bowl.
Hey.
I brought a prop for this.
Well, the Royals. What's the prop?
We're rooting Royals. Wow, Gibby.
Well, I'm not rooting Royals for Game 1.
Right, Gibby.
I'm rooting Gibby Game 1. The Royals lineup is real, so I don't mean to like fully mock it. Like the Royals lineup is top. I don't know where I'd put it, but it's
Right.
if you break it into good and bad, the Royals lineup lands on the top 15 side. I don't know. I was gonna say top 10, but I don't want anyone coming at me who has it like mapped out in their brain because I don't. But it's good
Full of
lineup.
major leaguers.
Yeah. And they might be really good, but you know, really, who cares about this series besides Royals and Rangers fans? I'm rooting for Gibby. He's going to be going against Keller, and then Minor. And they have Arihara as the 2 for the Rangers, which I didn't really know what that was all about. Jordan Lyles is the 3. Brady Singer is the 3 for the Royals. It looks like the Royals had no injuries in camp, so
Job, Royals trainers.
that's awesome. And it looks like Kyle Isbell, top prospect, made the team.
Love his brother's music.
Yeah.
Guys, I've got this for you. This is the Talkin' Baseball special.
Okay.
Gibby goes 7 shot.
Yep.
Done.
Ooh.
Taylor
Ooh.
Hunch Hearn, a little 2-inning save out of the pen. Texas takes Game 1. Royals blow them out the next 2. Everybody's happy.
Do we have any friends on? Do we have any friends on the Royals?
You and Benintendi?
Because
Brady Singer's a future friend.
okay.
Future friend.
Brad
Keller's also potentially a future friend, I think.
They got a few guys. They have a few guys who are helping us with some opening day stuff.
Oh, okay. I see.
Teaser.
Excited for friends.
Ooh, Hanser Alberto.
Oh,
One of
yeah.
our best friends.
Why?
Answer.
We love
Summit
Hanser.
Spring
Duh.
Training.
Okay, but we have
Never been
actually like
spring.
friends of the pod on the Rangers. We have Hearn, we have Gibby, and we have Dahl. So I think I'm rooting for the Rangers.
What about Stallmont though? That's your guy.
I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I do like him.
Also a future friend.
You love him.
Yeah, and I hope the Yankees trade for him at some point.
Mm.
I got a lot of friends on the Royals. Now that I'm looking at it, Jesse Hahn.
Dude, this kid,
Me and Greg Holland are friendly. I pumped him a few times.
this kid, Kyle Isbell, and if he pronounces it like the singer Jason, it's Bull, not Bell at the end, but I don't know how he pronounces it. But he hasn't played above A ball. He is a college kid. He went to Nevada, and all of his numbers in college and minor leagues are good. But yeah, he's getting the call. That's pretty cool for him.
Royals are going. Royals get off to a good start. Get that good baseball juju going because your front office is supporting you. You've got
Ownership's cool.
You got new guys in the mix. Get a little hot start. Feel that good baseball energy.
Isbell, center fielder. He had a 420 on base percentage in spring, 548 slugging for a 968 OPS. So I'm rooting for him. That's a cool story. Does Farm to Fame know about him? I wish I had an episode to go check out.
Soon. Add.
Kyle Isbell. Yeah, the Royals lineup's good, but we got 3 friends of the program on the Rangers, so now I'm rooting for them, especially Gibby. Gibby's
Game 1.
If you guys wanted someone, if anyone thinks they don't have hard feelings on Kyle Gibby, or if they have feelings the wrong way, I'll tell you right now, he's a friend.
Knock you out.
And we like him a lot, and we all root for Gibby.
He's got a new cutter from.
He's maybe the best guy in the nicest, one of the most respected guys in the big leagues.
New cutter from the fastball farm.
Oh yes,
Come on.
And I believe he's doing content now, driving around in his golf cart, interviewing people and stuff. So there you go.
Watch out, lefties. Cutter on your hands. Oops.
Hey, here's an update for the Royals. Trev, Cora just went on record and openly talked about Benintendi and how after the World Series, Benintendi bulked up in the offseason because in Cora's words, he said, yeah, I think he wanted to hit 30 home runs because he wanted to get paid that way. So he bulked up. We didn't tell him to bulk up. And when I saw him come to spring, I was worried because it was bad for him. And in Cora's quote was, and he knows he made a mistake. Cora was like, I'd rather have the dude who has a 420 on base percentage with 20 doubles and 20 homers than the dude who hits 260 with 30 homers. So I don't think Cora needed to say as much as he said, but that's kind of who Cora is and very open and honest. But yeah, so he kind of put Benny on blast for gaining weights. Benny biceps, bad.
Man.
Any thoughts on that?
I don't really know how to feel about that. I mean, look, he's your player. You give him direction going into the offseason. I know it's mostly hands off for MLB guys, but there's check-ins. And he said they didn't know he put on weight. I found that really hard to believe.
Said they didn't advise him to bulk up and get muscly.
You saw Peter Gammons had some weird tweets talking about Benny lost his basketball body. So I don't know. They said he came into camp and he looked great, and then they traded him, and now they're twisting the knife. So I don't know. Go hit.
Maybe there's something there that I don't know. But if he just lifted and got a little bit heavier, I mean, first of all, that's part of aging. You're going to put on some muscle if you're lifting like that. I don't know. Cora, just relax, dude. I hope Benintendi just absolutely crushes this year.
And how about on the Texas front? Did you guys mention Rough Ned yet?
No, Rough Ned Odor's time with the Rangers is over. Does not break camp. One of the more perplexing careers you can see because he doesn't play a position, catcher, shortstop, or center field, where you can live with terrible offensive numbers. And he put up a lot of seasons with bad offensive numbers and just kept getting rolled out there. Oh, really weird. He had 30 home runs, but an OPS plus that started with the 6s one season. He had an on-base percentage of 252, but he hit 30 home runs. He played in 162 games in 2017. One of the weirdest seasons a hitter can have ever.
It seemed like he's one of those guys that swings in the same spot all the time. If you just miss his bat, or get out of that zone, you're good against him. I got nothing. I enjoyed when I met him and kind of did some ground balls and stuff with him. I thought he was I thought he worked. I thought he.
Well, I'm not saying anything about him personally, Trev. I mean, his brother.
Yeah, no, I'm curious, like why it didn't work. I don't really know. I think he just
Baseball-wise.
maybe was reluctant to try something different with his approach. It seems like.
Yeah, I mean, his
but I think
career numbers are pretty awful for getting that much run.
I think he could catch on. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he went to the Orioles. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
At Harvey's their two starter.
Basically did that season again 2 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah. When the balls were juiced, he was able to pop 30 homers in 2017, 2019, the two biggest juice ball years, but he wasn't able to do anything around that. He has a 289 career on base percentage for not a catcher, shortstop, or center fielder, and like the best defensive center fielder, shortstop, or catcher. It's crazy that he played as many games as he played with those offensive numbers.
Well, they gave him money.
Good amount
That's
of
I
why.
know.
He had
Well,
money
that's
early.
also crazy.
No?
I mean, they
Sounds
signed
good.
him like what after the first year he was in the big leagues.
Yeah, just odd. All right, moving on. We have a bunch of interleague games, so we're only going to focus on the American League teams in those games. The Twins, they're going Maeda, Barrios, Pineda as the 1, 2, 3. Roster moves: Kirilloff, service time manipulation, not on the roster. Who's Garlic?
He had a tough. He gave him a reason. He had a tough spring. Didn't hit the ball well in the spring, so he gave them the reason, which is stupid because he'll probably go back. He'll be back in the big leagues before a minor league game is even played. So awesome.
Garlic? Who's that?
Trev's Kyle Garlick. Splitting time with
Don't be.
split some time with Cave and Arias. They're gonna have some moving parts early. See what's working between Garvers and Jeffers behind the plate. Astudillo, La Tortuga floating around. Love that. Arias, I mean, you want to get that guy stick in the lineup as much as you can. So I think between Cave, Jeffers, Garver, Astudillo, Arias, and Garlic, you're going to have some moving parts.
Was Bart and Astudillo ever on the Twins at the same time? No.
You've got a theory, Foreman.
Yeah. I have a cool fan fiction about Bartolo Colon and what is it?
La Tortuga.
La Tortuga.
Turtle.
Yeah.
Tortoise, maybe.
Okay.
Well, he's like Bart's son, who Bart didn't really know existed, and kind of like a Boy Named Sue, Johnny Cash song situation, where he was like, "I'm gonna fucking find you, Dad." So that's why he becomes a professional baseball player. He finds his way on the Twins. Bart's a pitcher on the Twins. One's 20 years old, one's 40 years old. He kicks the shit out of them, and then they like have a happy. After that, they're like good friends. That's my fan fiction. Bartolo Colon, Williams Astudillo. Kind of looks like Bartolo Colon's angry son. That's where it stems from. So I'll write that book one day. Or if there's a stenographer that just listened to this, just type that
You're
up for
ready,
me, please.
yeah.
Please type that up.
Yeah, I have a scene in that movie where they're sharing a rather large meal together and they bond over
After the
like,
fight, they're
love
they're
of
bruised up. Yeah, they're
food.
bruised up, and then after the meal, they go to the park and Bart pitches to them.
They order the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, or they put like mustard on something they're not supposed to put
Oh,
mustard
okay.
on.
You're
They're
like,
Yeah.
I get that
"Mustard on
from you.
too?"
Yeah. Then they go to the ballpark and they pitch and he hits, and that's like the end scene, like credits roll, and they're just having
That's
a father-son BP session.
That wrote itself.
That's great.
The sexy Tortuga.
Trev, I have a lot of stuff to talk about the Dobnak contract, but we can't do that right now because we're running long and we need to keep going. But remind us to have the conversation. Maybe during the live stream, I can ask you questions because
Sure.
everyone is complimenting it, and I think
Jim hates
I
it.
think it's an awful contract. 5 years, $9
I think,
million.
I think he's an anomaly for that. Like
5 years,
it's,
$9
it's
million?
not the same situation. Yeah, but he wasn't going to get paid
Yeah,
anything
good.
for the next couple of years.
Arbitration. He has 2 good seasons, and he'd be getting $5 million in the third due to ARB.
I agree. I think it's
How did the
if you
players
just look at
union
the
allow him
contract
to sign
overall, it's
that?
He
bad.
doesn't have 2 good seasons.
If he has 2 good seasons,
Well,
Right, but he's not gonna.
why?
He's not good.
Whoa, Jake.
Just telling you. The guy wasn't a
Jeez.
prospect. That's why he took this contract.
Yeah, he wasn't anything. He got signed off of YouTube, right? I agree with both of you actually. I mean, he's an anomaly. Like he's one where you're like, okay, I can see why he signed that, but then also you can be like, that's a horrible contract, and if you're betting on yourself whatsoever, you wouldn't sign that. But I think
That's all. If you're betting on yourself,
he sees an
if you're betting on
opportunity.
yourself whatsoever, you wouldn't sign that deal.
There was a chance he was not going to make $1 playing Major League Baseball, and he
Yes.
got a chance to make significant money.
That's what
they want you to think.
In a nutshell, this is what teams are going to do to guys, and the average person is going to be like, well, boo hoo, but like they're going to flash some numbers at you, and when you're a guy that has his backstory and they say $9 million guaranteed, you're like, I'm going to make $9 million in my life guaranteed for playing ball. Sure.
And think about
Hard to turn that down, man.
Think about what we just talked about with Odor. Like if Odor didn't sign that contract, he probably would have been cut and stopped playing baseball.
Absolutely.
Randy Dobnak's going to get to twirl the major league pill.
That's a really good point. Any other surprises about the Twins, Trev, that you want to talk about? Maeda, Barrios, Pineda, I think that's pretty straightforward.
I think they're kind of like spring training went as planned, and like they're ready to go, man.
Yeah, no big injuries on their front, right?
No.
And they got guys in the wings coming. I mean, they have the depth is there in the organization. They're poised for another great regular season.
Your dude
hopefully
Kepler
beyond.
had like a scary bad spring. You'll see if that carries over. It doesn't matter at all. He only had 3 hits in 15 games and 43 at bats, but that could mean very little very soon. Or you could look at it and say, ugh, that's the game everyone plays. That's the worst spring I've seen of a guy that got like a lot of run.
He's still super hot, like super hot.
Okay.
So
Sure. Tampa Bay Rays is next.
Tampa versus the Florida Fish, right? Am I dreaming that?
Yeah, we'll do Marlins on tomorrow's episode.
But we're gonna keep it Tampa.
Glass now gets the start, and you can hear him talk about that on the Chris Rose rotation. They asked him about it. He was pretty chill about the whole thing. Our dude Yarby, friend of the program, goes number 2. And then they're going to bulk Game 3 with Rich Hill and Chris Archer. They're both going to split Game 3, I believe.
the old guys.
That's kind of was their plan anyway. They're going to bulk and mix and match. And when we did their TPP, I said, I know all the ingredients. I just don't know the recipe of how they're going to mix it all together. So I'm excited to get a look at that. I'm super interested in Glass now in his third pitch, and if it sticks. We've seen guys throw a third pitch a lot in spring, and then they get to the regular season. They don't want to bet on that anymore or chance it, but he was a guy that needed one, and he found a nasty one. So excited about what Glass now does. They have so many pitchers. Big injury for them is Nick Anderson.
Yeah. Kind of flew under the radar a little bit. It was very casual. Partially torn elbow ligament. He's going to be out for a while. He was part of that 3-headed monster back there. Rays are still going to raise. My guy Pete Fairbanks likes a lot of my Instagrams. Not a big deal. He's a friend. Diego Castillo, sexy in his own way.
No.
Come on.
Nope.
Like smoking a stogie.
Oh, no.
Hamburger in his hand.
Yeah. Hamburger in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Sexy in his own way.
gotta
Man,
do it something
so
different.
excited to see Archer, dude.
Different with the
Trev,
beard.
your boy, shows up in your backyard sometimes. New pitch mix.
I'm excited to see it too. I've been talking to him. I'm going to be seeing him live about a week later in Tampa when they're playing the Rangers. Maybe he'll go up against Gibby. That would be just a great time for me. But yeah, I'm excited to see what he's
What do you
got.
mean
Man.
live?
I think
You're
he had a
going
really
to
good
Tampa?
spring.
Yeah.
What are you going to Tampa for?
They're retiring my number 14 there. Burning it. No, I'm a
Seance.
little vacay.
Nice.
Trevor
Oh, yeah.
Plouffe.
Well,
Trevor
family
Plouffe
decay.
seance at Tampa. They're getting rid of all the energy.
Chirinos, Tommy John, Beeks, Tommy John. Hey, what happened with our dude? Pitched his first inning for like 3 years.
Stanek?
He's got a sweet name. No, it's
Stanek?
2 words in one name. He's very funny. You like him, Trev. Brent
Honeywell.
Yeah, brain fart. What's going on with him? Is he going to alt site?
I think he's going to the alt side. He pitched in spring training, got in a game, and I think he's got to just work his workload back
The
up.
Rays are sick. They right now they're AAA alt site rotation would be like a meh but young, exciting rotation. Fleming, who got the call last year and was solid. Shane McClanahan, the young lefty who throws cheese. Patino, who they got in the Snell trade. Honeywell's down there, so like two-way McKay, I think he's still nicked up, but he's technically there. Shane Baz is the guy that Archer was tweeting about that just said, like, this dude's filthy. Like, what is this? So yeah, I mean, we're gonna see the depth of the Rays this year. This is why I'm still dialed in on them for the regular season at least. And yeah, I guess there are some more question marks in the bullpen than there normally is. Losing Anderson for a little bit, but hey, active tryouts. Let's see who steps out. Is it Thompson from that arm slot? Sheriff had some good numbers. Jeffrey Springs made the team. Can they kind of find what he needs to do? I don't know. They're gonna raise.
Two-way McKay.
Hey, why did
1.000 on base percentage in spring?
That's good.
Yeah. One plate appearance.
What? A couple things. Arch talked to him a little bit. He said he started throwing changeup, right changeup a little more, which is really good for him. That third pitch. So I'm looking at his numbers now. 6 2/3 innings, only one hit. It was a homer to Andrelton Simmons. Talked to him after that game, but other than that, he was lights out. Third pitch, back, changeup. Gotta love that. And then the other thing I want to talk about is how do you let Jose Alvarado just walk away? Have you seen what he did in Phillies camp? And now you have an injured Nick Anderson. Like, there must have been something there. You don't just let that guy go.
Hey, Trev, you heard of Snell? Cy Young winner.
I have.
Pitched really good in the World Series.
They let him
They
go.
kinda just
Yeah.
let him go too.
Well, they traded him at least.
Well, they traded Alvarado.
Alvarado was a trade too.
They traded
Yeah.
him? Okay, that makes more sense. I thought he was just like let go off the roster or something.
I think Alvarado, everyone's seen the highlights of him pumping 101, but I think it's also been pretty wild. But
Yeah, I believe he walked Luke Voit. Then Luke Voit went to second on a wild pitch, then third on a wild pitch, then scored on a wild pitch.
That stuff is so good.
maybe he wasn't listening to the Rays' geniuses that fix every pitcher.
He's only 26 years old.
You know what it's like to be 26, 6'2",
He's 25 right now.
245, man in the hot corner in Minnesota. Protein shakes every morning and afternoon.
Cigarettes and sunset.
Mm.
Wasn't that the name of your album?
Cigarettes in the sunset. Sunrise.
Oh, okay. I forgot your sunrise smoke guy.
Yeah. Early morning.
Last AL team that we have not discussed is the Seattle Mariners. The lefties. They got a lot of lefty starting pitchers.
Yeah, sure do.
Gonzalez is getting the opening day start. Paxton going game 2. And then righty, Chris Flexen gets game 3. They also have lefty Sheffield and lefty Kikuchi. Shedlong got hurt. Jake Shedlong. Andres Munoz got hurt. Kelenic off.
Shocker. Minus that whole town hall.
It is
reveal
interesting.
thing.
I thought he was going to be locked to make it because of those comments, and they just said, "Screw it." The news cycle works really quickly. If they want to talk about it, they will for half an hour, and then something else.
I think he technically got a brief injury somewhere in the middle of spring, so I'm sure that's what they're citing.
He had a knee strain, but he also did really well when he came back. So
he came back from that since then.
I wonder when they optioned him. Was this like a news dump option? It must have been. I bet you it was like at a weird time.
Injury option. Man, how about Mariners, man? Mitch Haniger comes back. That's exciting. Interested to see what he's got this year. Kyle Lewis trying to follow up the rookie campaign. Yeah, let's see. And James Paxton had a nice little spring. I think his last outing was pretty flashy, and
He only pitched in 2 games.
every Yankee fan is going to have one eye on James Paxton this year because that was kind of their other bet to make this year. It kind of came down to Paxton or Kluber. Going back to Seattle, I'm rooting for the guy. He was a cool dude.
I like James Paxton.
Shut up, Jake.
Well,
This is good. Can I tell you guys when the Mariners released the tweet?
Yeah.
Well, 6:36 West Coast time on a Friday night.
Yeah.
When everyone's getting ready to go do something. East Coast is out partying. West Coast is getting ready.
Man.
Just a little Friday night news.
Every
dump.
month, Jake and I do a Q&A for our patrons now. And, it's just they get to submit questions ahead of time, and then Jake and I just do a very relaxed, answer any questions they have. And I've been really wanting to open it up, Kevin Mather style, before you ask any questions, and then I'm just doing deep inside baseball, all the secrets. Yes, Trevor Plouffe is soft.
Yeah.
Because that's a question we get all the time.
Still have a landing strip.
I told you guys, you have not seen or met New York Trev.
I'm excited.
I don't sleep when I'm in New York. I do not sleep. I just walk the streets all night long.
Nice. You sound like a homeless guy. Oh. Well, that is what they do sometimes. Yeah. A lot of them sleep. Anyway, a lot of the Mariners starting pitchers had awful springs, so we'll see if that transitions to anything. Gonzalez gave up 11 earned runs in 15 innings. Could mean absolutely nothing. Who cares? That's it. I mean, that's every team. That's your AL preview about, the first couple weeks of the season here. How is each team breaking camp? You guys are now informed. Information station. We did our job.
Who's winning the AL? Come on.
The ALCS?
AL. Yes.
Yankees. Because I'm going to just biasly pick that. I say this all the time. I mean, I'd rather pick the Yankees and be wrong than not pick the Yankees. And then they do it. And then Judge calls me and says, you didn't pick us. And I say, Judge, how'd you get my number?
What do you have in the AL, Trev?
Trev, who's winning the AL?
Who's winning the American League? Trevor?
The Houston Astros.
Wow.
I think they'll be there, to be honest. I do think not maybe not the ALCS, but they'll be in the playoffs. It's for the last 3 years it's gone through Houston. And Dusty has a plan.
I think the pitching is just going to be just fine. Framber comes back. They added Odo. The lineup is what it is. I hate saying it,
Jake,
but they're good. They're battle tested.
I've been waiting to say this. Taylor Trammell made the Mariners, and let's see what he's got. It's the Yanks. Everyone else took a step back.
not the White Sox.
Everyone else took a step back. Yeah,
Everyone who was doing that level.
yes.
Everyone who was in
White Sox.
I wanted the White Sox to be my team, and I almost picked them when we did the TPP. But this Eloy thing is tough for them, man. That's a huge blow.
I don't like the way the Rays look at all, besides Glasnow's third pitch. Otherwise, they're very much in my head, and I'm scared of the Tampa Bay Rays, so I don't want to put any voodoo out there. But yeah, I think they took a big step back.
I mean, I might have a Rays White Sox 1-game wild card. Glasnow, Giolito, Chris Rose rotation.
That'd be cool. I'd be into that. I'd watch it. All right. Well, that's your AL preview.
Yeah.
NL preview tomorrow. Like I said, if you're watching live on YouTube, it'll premiere on YouTube. We're recording it in an hour because Trev is flying out tomorrow on flight 4652 LAX to JFK. If you wanted to get on that flight and chat with him the entire time, buy a ticket. United. Yeah.
Trev, what's your travel outfit?
Oh, easy. I kind of wear the same thing. It's all black because I'll be spilling. When you're on the plane, you be spilling. Why is that so funny?
I thought you were gonna say because I'm a badass or I'm the man in black, like Johnny Cash.
No, you spill shit.
But it was instead you spill on yourself.
I be spilling.
Spilling your shit.
That's good.
Sweatshirt, joggers, comfy shoes. I don't
Sweatpants.
put a suit on. Sweatpants. Some people used to do that. Joggers.
Sometimes I get too sweaty in joggers.
Are they breathing? We're hot guys, literally.
Yeah, like Lululemon joggers.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I wore those to play disc golf the other day.
Some easy shoes on and off. Although I am part of the clear thing, so I don't know if I have to take. I don't know how that works.
You still have to take your shoes off for clear, unless you have it's clear plus
TSA
pre-approved.
I might
Yeah, you're fancy. Dude, Clear's the best. And the Yankee Stadium is clear now.
Right.
So
Ooh.
first I have to get vaccinated. Then I
got my vaccine.
then I can.
Shout out me.
Which one did you go with, Trail?
I am. I got my first shot of Moderna because I own stock in them, so I wanted to support. Sorry.
You're just paying yourself. That's all.
Well, it's free, so
Yeah. So it's a free way to pay yourself.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
so I paid Trev.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
No,
pay
because you didn't
anybody.
pay anything. Also,
Oh no, but if so, facto, you know.
Government, maybe. I don't know.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow with the NL preview, and then on Thursday we will be live all day from 1 o'clock until like 11 p.m. maybe. So tune in. Goodbye, farewell, auf Wiedersehen.